Alright, welcome everyone. This is TEW 2020. We are here. First ever video. And basically, we're going to be doing, well, you saw it on the title, but WCW in 2024. I haven't thought of like the lore of why WCW is a thing at this point. I guess we can just imagine that Eric Bischoff had oodles of cash lying around, and he just bought the rights from the WWE, and now he owns it, and he's made it into his own company, or something like that. That doesn't make any sense, but we'll roll with it. I don't have lore like that, so we're using the RWC database as always. They're the best one available. I gotta be honest. I've tried. There's only like two, but yeah. We're in April 2024, which is pretty much real time as I'm doing this. I had to recreate the WrestleMania results, so WWE ended up falling to medium size, but I've edited them, so tomorrow they should be back at large, which is where they start at. But if they're not, then I'll go and fix it. So yeah, WrestleMania I got a 60 for night one and 66 for night two. It's just the real results, except um, I guess maybe I pressed the wrong button here. Theoretically, let's say that was not on purpose. But yeah, pretty crazy. I forgot just how much shit happens in the first day of these saves, because I only really play my WWE save, which is like 3 years from now, because I played it a lot. Like, New Japan is just beefing with everybody for no reason. And I'm pretty sure, like, Swerve got kicked out of Mobile Embassy. Like, those kind of weird stable switches, all of that stuff happens. Um, yeah, so just gonna break down what we have here. I'm playing as Eric Bischoff. I put WCW as small just because I don't think we're gonna be able to get very good shows, at least not out of the gate, because we don't have very popular people. So, like, if we had higher popularity, that would just be kind of harmful, since we'd be doing bad shows for a company that's more popular, and we would just lose popularity. It wouldn't work out. So we put ourselves. I put WCW as small. I know that in real life, if WCW were to come back, like, it would get a lot of attention from former fans, current fans, everybody, but this is unrealistic, okay? We're still sixth in the world. As for what I want to do, I don't want to do WCW Revival. Like, there's no one here who was actually wrestling in WCW. Like, maybe road agents, I guess. But it's a lot of younger talent. That's kind of what I want to do. You can see some of the names. I'm going to show the roster after. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't want to make the roster too much like AEW or TNA. Product, I'm going with no style. I know that that's easy, but I don't care. Women's at medium, main event spotlight and tight focus. And I put face and heel on isn't enforced because the penalties for face versus face matches are just too much for me. I find them kind of dumb. To be honest, most penalties in this game are kind of dumb. What else? Settings. All of this stuff is in medium. This should be medium. Yeah. Oh, Steve. Forgot the button is there. I'm gonna turn off strict storylines too, because I just want the company to be able to stand on our own 2 feet before we start doing that kind of stuff. Like, we're gonna have storylines, I guess, but I don't know. Strict storylines is a bit too much. And then for preferences, only things I have off is crowd burnout, because that's dumb, and I guess I have left off show complaints off. I don't know. Maybe I turn it off. I don't know. Who cares, anyways? Yeah. Titles. I've only brought back these titles. There's more retired, but the TV title. I know that the NWA does the Lucky Seven thing, which I think is pretty cool. Like, if you get seven defenses of the television title, you can get a world title shot. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do that, but with 10 instead of 7 because I don't want to copy it completely. We also have the tag titles, the world heavyweight, big gold belt. That prestige is gonna fall, and the women's title. Time for the roster. I'm gonna hide all the referees and road agents. There's no one really interesting. I have AJ Lee as a commentator. Oh yeah, the commentators. It's Eric Bischoff, Veda Scott, and AJ Lee. I'm gonna be upfront. I I went into the editor and I made their chemistry neutral because it's really annoying getting good announcers, especially if you're a small company. And, there's a lot of bad chemistry that just happens naturally, and I find it really annoying. So I just stopped that from happening. Kurt Angle's road agent, that kind of stuff. But yeah, we have Akira, Alex Kane, Allison Kay, similar names, Anthony Ogogo, Aaron Stevens, Big Swole, Brandy Lauren, Breeze, Calvin Tankman, Cassie Lee, who is on maternity leave, Dominic Guarini, Elijah, James Rake, Jeff Cobb, Joe Hendry, Johnny Nitro. I'm very proud of myself for that one. We can actually have him be Johnny Nitro on Monday Nitro. Can you believe it? Jonathan Gresham, Jungle Kiona, who is out injured. Her and Cassie Lee, I just noticed that they were injured like today, so I'm in the middle of negotiating with 2 replacements. Camille, who probably, well, I've heard that she's going to the WWE in real life. She didn't have a contract with anyone in the game, like Julia. Or like Julian's on loan to Noah. But when I was doing WrestleMania, I also signed Julia to the WWE. But I gave myself Camille, okay? I'm not perfect. Kevin Koo, Kiera Hogan, Kylie Ray, Lance Archer, Lee Moriarty, Mansoor, Martin Stone, who's Denny Burch, Mace Madden, Masha Slamovich, Mike Santana, Mustafa Ali, Riho, Rina Yamashita, Kalisto. I'm not gonna try to pronounce. I shouldn't even be bad at Spanish. Whatever. Samurai do Sol. See, here's the thing. We'll call her Saray, okay? I'm pretty sure that's Sai. Or I watched the Stardom commentator say it, but I forgot. I'm just gonna say Saray. Because I liked her in NXT 2.0. Serena Deeb, Shelton Benjamin, Steph DeLander, Tennille Dashwood, The Bunny, and Tom Lawler. There's some former AEW talent. There's current AEW talent, like 2 people. There's TNA people, and just cool people. Okay, I kind of, I don't know. I didn't put that much thought into the roster. I just went, okay, who's available, who fits, and who do I like. So that's who's here. What else? Broadcasting. For TV shows we have AXS TV. Biggest coverage I can get, so it's small in the US and Canada. They're the only ones who would negotiate with us. And then for events, YouTube, IWTV, and High Spots. None of these deals are good, especially not the AXS. We only get 35%. It is what we have. I also could not. There's our pay-per-view schedule if you care. I could not get a deal for Thunder because we're too small to get 2 TV shows apparently. So that's gonna suck for a bit. Backstage is at a 100 because I'm very nice and I give all this stuff. Except these people are negative. Trying to see what else I can point out before we get into the first Nitro. Yeah, Cassie Lee and Jungle Kiona are gone for 10 months. So yeah, we are currently small. To be medium, we need 59 popularity in the Southeast. And then 35 in... Are those the spillover region? For Southeast, really? They are. That's weird. Great League? Crazy. My United States geography knowledge at least gives me an idea of that. That feels weird. Why did it say that like that? Ticket prices I put at cheap, very cheap, and very cheap. Because I saw that it works for raising popularity. Although the person was saying free for when you're like insignificant or small. But I actually want to make some money, so I didn't do that. there's no pre-existing relationships. I should probably get on that. Who's the collect? Oh, GCW Freedoms, TNT, and okay. Did I apply for the WWE universe? Okay, I'll leave these for later. And yeah, that's what we have. I guess I can show the teams, right? So it's Artisans, yeah, Artisans, which is Aaron Stevens and Joe Hendry. I don't know if they've ever worked together. I just saw that they were available, and I absolutely love Joe Hendry. And I think Aaron Stevens is okay, because I liked him in the WWE, but Joe Hendry I actually really like since ICW and stuff. So I put them together because, I don't know, it just makes sense. And then you have MXM, they're working everywhere. So why wouldn't they not be in the WCW? Agogo and Stone, they're British. That's their thing. I didn't have a good name for them. And Violence is Forever, the only 100 experienced tag team. We also have James Drake. I forgot to sign Zach Gibson. But we should have the Grizzled Young Veterans at some point. Oh, so he's also the governor. Okay. Maybe our tag team makes sense. Yeah, I'm not good at tag names, okay? I gotta be honest. Artisans, that one comes from my WWE save as well. But yeah, let's get on with the first Nitro. It's time for the first episode of Monday Nitro. I considered putting what the real number would be if you counted the old ones from the 90s, but 90s and 2000 and 2001, sorry. I'm no WCW historian, but even I know that. But I decided not to, so this is Monday Nitro number 1. Only 1.5 hours. We don't have that many people, okay? But yeah, let's get into it. Start the show with our owner, Eric Bischoff, who apparently has an awful gimmick. Most of the people that I wanted to use tonight are busy working New Japan. So, Raven is commentating instead of our friend Veda Scott. But Eric Bischoff comes out, he says, "Welcome, all of the 592 people at the center stage, the Loft, to WCW Monday Nitro. It is so good to be back." And there's so many things to happen in these next few weeks. We are going to take WCW back to the top where it belongs. And Bischoff probably says, not probably, I know what he says. I wrote the damn segment. I probably should have named it. Anyways, Bischoff goes, we have the best of the best here in this company. Some of the greatest wrestlers in the planet, some of the greatest wrestlers of the future, they are all here in WCW. And that makes it very hard to whittle down the competition and make sure who's going to be our champions. But, we have a way. We absolutely have a way. With the size and talent of our women's division, there will be a 16-woman tournament beginning this very episode, where we will crown the very first WCW Women's Champion. That's not all. Tonight, in the main event, we will see Mike Santana and Mustafa Ali battle, and the winner will go on to compete for the World Heavyweight Championship at Spring Stampede in 4 weeks' time. And Bischoff probably going to say something about the television or the tag titles when Johnny Nitro comes out. And Johnny Nitro says, "Bischoff, you can quit your yapping. It's in my name. I am the face of this company. I am the biggest star you have seen here, and I can take the reins. Trust me, because Johnny Nitro is going to be in the main event of every show, and he's going to win every title, and he's going to dominate, because that's who I am." Bischoff is not pleased, obviously. He's our authority figure, which is an awful gimmick, apparently. And Bischoff goes, "You know what, Nitro? You're not going to be in the main event tonight, but you have a chance to be something. I understand your merit. You have been in this business for years, and you have done tremendous things. I get that. So find yourself a partner and I will find you 2 opponents tonight. And then Breeze comes out. He comes out, he says, Bischoff, when I got the call to come here tonight, I realized I wasn't about to let a paycheck slide. But let's be honest, you took WCW and crashed it into the ground before. You're just gonna do it again. Meanwhile, me and my pal Johnny Nitro, we're just gonna take the checks and cash them in and dominate the competition until we burn this place down ourselves. So it seems like Johnny Nitro has found his partner. Bischoff, again, not very happy at this blatant disrespect. But we will see Johnny Nitro and Breeze in action later tonight. And that's our opener. AJ Lee's gimmick is adequate. Who cares? She's a commentator. Breeze Prince Pretty is great. I struggled saying that. Bischoff, awful. Small penalty to microphone. That sucks. Johnny Nitro, great. Raven, great. He's a road agent. I just got lucky that he can commentate. Then we go in our first match, which is part of the Women's Championship Tournament. It gets 62. This was a technical masterclass, so it went 16 minutes. And after 16 minutes, Saray, defeats Serena Deeb to advance with the Sunray dropkick. 62 is pretty good. They both have poor gimmicks, though. But our referee is amazing. Is that our referee? Yeah. Let's take a look at the the dirt sheets. They both got inconsistency, and then announcing quality gets penalized. I'm saying, announcer penalties are annoying. They score 58 and 60, though. Pretty good match. Actually, like, a great way to kick things off. This might be our match of the night. Next. Oh, Mansoor versus Samurai Del Sol ends up getting a 59 after 12 minutes, pretty much. Mansoor is able to defeat Samurai. This was a steal to show. Originally a high spots, but then I put the technical masterclass there, and the crowd was going to be too hot for this. Mansoor gets a 43. He was really off his game, unfortunately. But Samurai gets a 59, A good rating from what I would expect from this show. This match was just on here. No big deal, but both of these men looking to make an impact early on in WCW, of course. Mansoor has his tag team partner, so he can take over that division as well, but tonight he shows that he's a threat by himself as well. After, Elijah comes out. He's got his guitar. You know what Elijah is about. And he shows up and he's singing a song about WCW. He says that this is going to be his playground because he's come from other places. He knows just how things can get, and he's tired of being overlooked, and he sees the opportunity here in WCW, and Elijah's not letting it go to waste. When Shelton Benjamin walks out and he says, Elijah, I know how it feels to be pushed around at every opportunity. And I know how it feels when you believe you have been wasted. But let me tell you something. You're not going to be anything in WCW because I am here in your way. So, Shelton Benjamin clearly taking issue with Elijah early on, not letting him spout his nonsense over guitars. So the Drifter has already made some enemies. Another tournament match, a 49 rated, and in 11 minutes, Kylie Rae beats Kiera Hogan to advance to the quarterfinals. This is a round of 16 match. Kylie scores a 48, Kiera with a 39. Kylie's gimmick is awful. Kiera's gimmick is great. I like Kiera Hogan, but Kylie has better stats, so I kind of wanted to put her over here. They both get penalized for holding. Was this a storytelling app? I have to use 3 different aims because of no style, so this ended up being the storytelling match. Amazing babyface though, that's great. there's our tag team match. So stepping up to the plate is Calvin Tankman and Lee Moriarty, but unfortunately, they can't get the job done. Johnny Nitro pins Calvin Tankman after cheating. So, he's got his ways. The Shaman is sexy. He says he's the best in this company, and judging by that rating, 67, he might not be wrong. Matt gets a 65, it's the best so far. But he has to get down and dirty to defeat Calvin Tankman. Nitro gets a 67, Breeze 53, Calvin also 53, and Moriarty 58. I'm impressed. I've used Calvin Tankman on other saves. He's pretty solid. I haven't used Moriarty though. Let's just see. He was fatigued. So that opening segment was a bit weird. I was gonna have Tankman walk out, but then the game said that he was being overused. Now, personally, I don't see one segment in one 12-minute match as being overused. But you tell me. I'm probably gonna disable that penalty though, because that is really dumb. So yeah, that segment felt weird, I know. But that was to set up this match and other stuff. After this, we get Joe Hendry and Aaron Stevens in the ring, These two, the local hero, the thespian, two intelligent souls, and they have partnered up to take over WCW. You can't even imagine what they'll do together. But you can imagine two people that have taken offense to their words, their boast. And that's Kevin Koo and Dominic Guarini of Violence is Forever. They challenged them to a match next week. And, if you're Joe Hendry and Aaron Stevens, you definitely do not want to get in the ring with these two guys. Look at their pictures. Oh my god. And then we go into our main event, the first main event in Nitro history. Gets a 66. I think it went too long. 17 minutes. Mike Santana beats Mustafa Ali in an upset, honestly. Mustafa Ali, ever since leaving WWE, has taken the world by storm, has worked New Japan, TNA. I think he was in DPW too. I may be wrong. But he cannot get the win here tonight, even though he outscores Mike Santana. He gets a 64, Santana with a 53. But Santana punches his ticket to Spring Stampede in the main event. 66, that's the match of the night, right? And yeah, the show gets a 63. It's a success. Outscored night 1 of WrestleMania. We get our popularity up in 17 regions. And not in Canada because we don't have a good deal. So, yeah. Show ended up better than I expected. Because I'm so used to my save where I'm just a god who can do no wrong. And WWE has $1 billion and we're 99 popularity everywhere. So going back to the start, I expected to just be really terrible, but this was fine. I enjoyed it. I feel like there's some stuff to work out still, like me voicing the segments. But yeah, there's hurdles that we'll fix when we get there. It's a good start for WCW. It's a promising start, and we'll see you next time.